I finished
They
Cyberpunk
say I've got my
2077
head in the
as a
clouds.
female with level 50 and street cred level 50 by doing every side mission and gig. Then I found out you can have different romances if you
Hello?
play as a
Anybody
male,
there?
so I wanted to replay the game as a nomad male. I saw that before I go to Victor, my Reaper doc, I can do gigs
They
and make
say I've got
money.
my head in
I
the
got to level
clouds.
50
Earth to
and
me.
street cred level 20. I think I had 2 more gigs that were not in my part of town, but I didn't want to waste time. It's not like it would have made a difference. Then I saw that the game doesn't expect you to be that OP early. I tried to pay Victor early.
Not yet, but I'm good for the Eddies anyway. Gotta invest in
Everybody
not fucking
acts
up this
as nothing
gig.
happened, and I still have to pay the money again. I guess
up
they
enough
forgot
eddies
to
to pay you
cut
back
that
in full.
option because it's very clear that it shouldn't be available that early, or at least it should not be available
Thanks again
again
for doing so much
after
work
you
out
already
there. I
paid.
appreciate
Fast forward later, during the heist you meet Adam Smasher. If you don't hide, you can kill him easily with some hacking, but somehow he has a weapon that can attack and kill you automatically even if he's already dead or whatever, neutralized. I hacked the panel to distract him and
Red
then
initiated.
kill him. Guess what? The game doesn't know what to do, so you remain stuck. I try to press buttons, I try to use my weapon, there's nothing I can do. I try to hack stuff, I have no options. There's nothing I can do, everything remains stuck. Everybody remains silent about how awesome and powerful you are. Fast forward later.
Save your strength, Jackie.
What do you think I'm doing? But Sylvie will get out alive.
Why? 'Cause you fucking say so?
Don't take this out on me. Can see how the chips are falling.
When you get to your car, instead of that, you kill everybody. Again, nothing happens. You don't have the options to take any car or destroy them. As soon as you get in Delaman's taxi, a lot of enemies spawn instantly. So the game never expects you or wants you to be so OP early. It is very disappointing because at the beginning of the game you don't have a lot of options. It doesn't matter if you train before the heist, it doesn't matter if you betray Dex or refuse Evelyn's offer to betray Dex, it doesn't matter if you are a nomad, corpo or street kid, you just give different answers during some dialogues. It's nothing that matters a lot at all. The only thing that matters at the start is where you send Jackie. I always picked his mother, then I saw that there are other options, but the mother one is still the best option. The other option that kind of matters is with Stout. She can be replaced by Anthony Gilchrist at the end of the pickup mission, and Stout can become a one night stand depending on what you do. People say you romanticize her or whatever. They got my hopes up. Especially because she's the only one that can be romanticized by the female and male V. But no, it will
How's it
be
going,
a
honey
one
bun?
night stand and that's all. It's very random and disappointing. We don't get to know her better or meet her again. But don't get disappointed. The start of the game may be very disappointing for the lack of options, because the start of the game is very interesting and I like it, but you don't really have a lot of options. You just have the illusion of options. And you get very short gigs that are clearly fillers. But later you find out that a lot of gigs end up having very interesting endings. The sad part is that sometimes no matter what you do, you can't change how the story of a gig ends. Also, the sad part is that if you are very aggressive, you can lose some interesting stories. Anyway, I was really disappointed because instead of them making a few gigs that are really interesting and entertaining, they made a lot of gigs. 50% of them shouldn't really exist. It made the game seem less interesting. And yeah, I just hate fillers. If you watched anime, Bleach, Naruto, whatever, there's a lot of an anime that has fillers that made you dislike the anime, that made you bored of that anime. And that's really sad because you don't really need fillers. I understand why the fillers sometimes exist. Some people may like the extra stuff, but it should be implemented in some way that doesn't really affect the main game or anime or whatever. So what happens if you are OP early in the game without any cheats or mods in Cyberpunk 2077? You break the game. Nothing really happens because the game doesn't want you to be OP, and maybe you should not be OP because yeah, there's no real rewards for being too OP. Or maybe the reward is that you know you can one hit Adam Smasher when you meet him and you win without any problems.
Especially pain.
Pain? You said?
I'd like to try something different today. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good. In that case, be at the room in 15 minutes. Cover the mirrors and camera.